So here's the deal, folks. We're starting out this video in the barn, but like we don't have no propane and it's cold in here, and I don't want to work in the cold. So the only logical choice is to pack everything up, go to the garage, because the garage has heat. We're here, folks. Garage number 2, which is warmer by quite a bit. Which also means the dogs get to be here, and I really like that. Hey, dogs? Hey, Elvis? You're pretty happy about that, hey? You love being out here. He doesn't love being out here. We lost our good table. That's obvious, because it's too heavy to move, and I don't feel like it. So we're back on a little table, but that's okay given what we're doing today. When we go to do reassembly, this might be a little small, and we'll have to attack that when we get there. In the meantime, this can be not right here. It could be over here. Now folks, if you're watching this and didn't happen to see part 1, I'd strongly suggest you go back and look at it. But the short version is, we're building a TH400 transmission for my AMC Jeep. This is part 2. Now, unpacking this box is going to bring us to our very first specialty tool that we've acquired just for the purpose. This right here, this is a transmission disassembly pan. Now you might think that it looks suspiciously like a baking sheet, but I assure you, this is a transmission disassembly pan. And if you're like me, and not necessarily good at taking transmissions apart or haven't ever done it before, and you're watching the videos of other people who take it apart and it's a big mess and that would be overwhelming to you, like it is to me, get some of these transmission disassembly pans, which are definitely not baking sheets, then all your pieces will be organized. Now, are you going to hang out under the table? Are you sure about that life choice? It's the only place I'm putting heavy things is on top of there. Are you sure that's the right life choice? What good's a transmission if it can't take a little dog here, eh? That can go on there. Hey, can you get out of the way, guys? Can go on one. This can go on one. Well, we're not empty, but I think that's probably enough pieces to take apart. Now, a couple things to note. Number one is, it's been a few weeks since I had this apart, because it was cold, and it's been cold, so we didn't do anything with it. Which means I'm now at the disadvantage of not remembering how anything goes back together, and we're really going to lean on that book, and hopefully that goes well. Now, we're going to put these on shelves, go get our book, and then take whichever one apart needs to come apart first. Alright, now the book says start with this part. This part is called our output shaft and lower planetary. We got a snap ring right here we got to pull off, which means we need to have it sitting like this. It's going to fall over the way that it is. These two things come off. What do they look like? Good, I think. They both just stay there anyways. Now we need to get this snap ring off. Ooh, this is a snugger one than normal. What are we gonna see in here anyways? Oh, well that isn't very hard. There we go. Torrington bearing. And there's a bushing in there. That just like all the other bushings looks brand new. Get off of there already. Alright, well, we'll just do it that way then. Other Torrington bearing off. Is this bad? Like, is this failed? Is it supposed to be blue? I don't think it's supposed to be blue. Oh wait. The one in the picture is also blue. Maybe it's okay. Now I think right here, we have a really good look at these gears. We see if there's any wiggle at all, or any nicks, or anything. We don't see anything. We think this is okay. I have no rags over here. That's a problem. I have one rag out here. That is not going to be good enough. Okay, turn the page. So if we actually had our rebuild kit here, we would now jam in new bushings and bearings and put it back together. But we don't have a rebuild kit here. So instead what we're going to do is just put it back together and then we'll take it apart again later. Which I'm cool with because I would like to get good at doing this. And you're not going to get good at doing this without doing it. So bearings back on. Pieces back together. Here we go. This goes into there. Yeah, I think this one here. Oh, that was it. That's it. And goes there. Yeah. This goes. Bam. Okay. You must be close because it fits. Do you have a top or bottom or anything? Okay, Elvis, I'll let you leave. I wonder what the smart way of putting these in is. It just says install it. That's it. You just force it in. That wasn't so hard. Okay. That goes on there. This goes there. That part's back together. Oops. Forgot. Front planetary assembly, eh? Are the bolts supposed to fall out of this? I didn't think they were. Just put those back in. That's a sprag. Now I think this is actually called a roller clutch, but I didn't know any better at the time, so forgive me for every time I say it wrong. It does stuff in here. It acts like a one-way clutch. It's really badly pitted over here, but I don't think that's a spot that matters. I don't know what to say about this. You're supposed to put a new one in. I think it's a fight to put the thing back in. I think it's like it goes one way and doesn't go the other way. Doesn't seem to go either way, if we're honest. That shouldn't have belonged to that. Next thing to disassemble, since we haven't found any smoking gun yet, is this, which is our, what is it? Direct drum? Maybe. Intermediate clutch? Is that what this is? This is intermediate clutch, I think. Let's pull him apart and see what it looks like. It's got a sprag in it. Must be. What do you think about this anyways? Are you even able to see well enough to tell? I don't know. There she goes. There is a 34 tooth upgrade for the smooth drum. This doesn't have it. No. I guess we'll have to order that because we would like the upgrade. right? Like it's been weirdly refinished, I would say. Are these all looking normal to you? Because I don't know it well enough to say, but I don't see anything weird here. Oh, there we go. There's a burnt one. That one got hot right there. See? All right, well, these don't look new. They don't look old either, but I don't think they're the problem. But since there's a Sprag upgrade available, we're gonna go for that. I don't exactly know where I left off with the old transmission rebuild, but it's time for an interruption, I've decided, because you can't do everything on a table all at once, even though the thing I'm about to do is also on a table. Nephew Sam said, Ethan, you need segments. Segments. I don't know what segments mean. But he said you need to do a thing in the middle of the thing you're doing to break up the thing. Sort of. So, the segment this week, which we're just trying out for the first time ever, although I've sort of done the same thing before, is YouTube Channel of the Week. Now, to begin, obviously, with the attire change, we are advertising for Cruise Culture Magazine today. Check this out. Look at all these. Look, they're in print. It's just like the old days, except the paper's actually high quality, unlike modern times. Look at that. That's a brand new one, right from February, December. There's all kinds here. There's articles from Brian Holsey and myself and a bunch of other people who I haven't really met, but I would like to at some point in time. Anyways, you guys should check out Cruise Culture Magazine or cruisecultureapparel.com. You can get hoodies like this, toques like this. There's hats and shirts. There's a line called Gone Cruising, and there's a line called something else. Print Isn't Dead, and it's got magazine covers and stuff on it. So check that out if you're into it. Use discount code Heathen's Garage 10 to save some bucks on your order. We'll now return to our regularly scheduled transmission rebuild. Alright, back to our regularly scheduled program here. We knocked off early yesterday, and I don't remember where I left off, so we've put this back together, and I'll just take it apart again, because I don't want to, do it halfways and you not know how to take it apart. Because obviously, if you're watching this, you're really looking for some technical advice. On that note, if you are actually looking for some technical advice, there is a channel called Southpaw. I'll put the link here. If you're actually trying to rebuild a transmission, go there. They seem to actually know what they're doing, and their camera work is far superior. But anyways, if you just choose to be entertained while watching somebody rebuild the transmission, maybe you're in the right place. Maybe you're not. I don't know. I've done this one already. It goes a little faster when you've done it one time. Get over there, you bunch of guys. Over. Come on. Look at it, there comes out two. Hurrah! Now, I've probably showed you this clamp already because I think I remember saying something about it. Speaking really highly of how it's made and how square it is and everything. It's not square, it's made really badly, but it was cheap. There we go. I am getting better at using it, I think. Maybe. Shut that down. Get that on there where you want it. That on there where you want it. crank her down. Crush every spring on the way if you can. If you can get it right sideways, that's best. Then you know that you will have wrecked something. Boy, if I had a set of those proper kind of snapper pliers here, that sure would be helpful. Whoops, daisy, don't lose it, don't lose it. Now with that off, we pull this guy back. Come on now. Faster, faster. Ta-da! Look at all them springlings. Out they come. Alright, now this part. Now, when you got this out, there's these lip seals. They'll have to be replaced. There's one here, there's one inside, there's one down in here. You see it? Yeah, sure you do. Anyways, you gotta replace those. As I have just recently found out, these are tricky to get put back in. And the book offers a few different suggestions of how to do it. The first is with a seal driver, and it's not really a seal driver. I ordered one, did not get it. Old Canada shipping, I tell you, it's something. It's even working right now, it's still something. Anyways, they're tricky to get put back in because this thing likes to flare out instead of drop in nice. You can see on this one, I nicked the edges trying to learn how to do it. Because I did it like 6 times till I figured out a way to do it that didn't do that anymore. Which, I think a dry run is not a bad idea. Anyways, I've got a little bit of a system now. So with no seal driver, this is the editor speaking, it's not a seal driver, it's a seal installation tool. One of the suggestions out of the book, I think, was to use a set of feeler gauges. I landed on 6 thou. 6 thou seemed to work, and all I do is stuff it in there and work my way around, and it will slowly fall. You do the middle one first. I don't know if that's right, by the way, but that's what I did. And it falls part of the way, and you can give it a push, make sure it's down. Now do the outside, just start going around in circles, and it'll start to fall in. And there it's starting already. Now we got to put a little weight on one side over the other because it's not moving. Oh, now I've got a sticky spot there. I think that's probably where I nicked it. Boom! In! Ah! That was so much better than the first time when I tried to do it. And it wasn't on camera, man. I tell you what. I said some things. Oh, hey! What are you doing? Oh, you're a good dog. Yeah, that made me feel like a hero just now. That's pretty funny. So that's back in. Now you just reassemble it. Springs. Cap for the springs. Wiggle it in there. Make sure all the springs go into their little springy homes. Ah, spring homes. That's good. And then you do another piece. Oh yeah, this part. Now this part of compressing, this tool's, it doesn't want to go straight, and it doesn't really want to balance nice. But the reality is, it'll still do the job. Whoa, don't do that though. Go back into there. Hey, where's that? Be really careful that once it goes past the lip right here, you see that? Maybe you can't. Anyways, when it goes past this lip, it can get caught on the lower section. So you gotta be, conscientious of that, as it were. And just make sure that it does things that it's supposed to, which it's not right now. You know what they say, if it isn't going nice, just force it. Get in there. Boy, I wish I had a set of those proper. I'm gonna get me a set tomorrow, I think. Because this is annoying. Yeah, all right. Snap rings in. We back this back off. Get hold of there, you feller. Okay, now, this thing in. Yep. I don't know if there's anything wrong with these clutches, if we're being honest. Because I don't know anything about transmissions. But I know one thing. New ones aren't very expensive in the scheme of things, and then I'll know if they're good or not. In you go, guys. Come on. You don't want to go in your home? Put all the steels and the clutches back in. We are going to make a phone call, like, you know, the old phone a friend. See if we can't find somebody who knows a little bit about this. As far as recommendations on brand, type, whatever else. What's going on? Oh, there we go. Oh, there's black ones and there's... See, like, why is one side black and one side's red? What does that mean? If I was a transmission builder guy, I could answer that question for you. This has to go in. This is important. What now? There's a bushing there too. That little thrust bushing, it belongs. Yeah. Put the snap ring back in. Come on now, in you go. Interesting. Okay, that part's back together. Oops. Whatever it's called. I don't remember. I'll put it here. Whatever that part's called, I'll put it there. Sure. I don't know what this part is. We haven't done it yet. Looks like this. Hey, it's got bolts. That's unusual. Bearings. 3 pieces. Got a bushing in there. Okay. It has a little bit of spring pressure there. And a snap ring. I don't know that it has enough pressure to justify this thing, but we paid for it, so we may as well use it. This is like real light springs here. They don't need much. Real light springs, but quite a stiff snap ring. There. There. If you ever have opportunity to buy one of these neat gear wrench, multi-faceted piles of junk, I suggest that you don't. I guess we should talk a few seconds about these little piston rings. They'll get replaced. They're interesting. They snap together. See that? See they have little hooks? Can you see it? Maybe you can, maybe you can't. They actually snap together. Apparently, you can just remove them like piston rings. Okay, now we got a technique here. Not a good technique. Got a technique. Oh. Three little springs. Wonder why 3 when there's 6 holes. Oh, got another piston here, eh? We got little homes. How's this lip seal? Not torn. How's the inner one? Not torn. Whoever put this together, I would say, did know what they were doing, at least as near as I can see. And like, that's a pretty bold statement from a guy who has no idea what he's doing, but I would say the guy knew what he was doing. Wonder what happens when you undo those bolts. We will again get to try our technique and see if it works good. Now we can do it with a thing that isn't already damaged, and we'll know if it works. Because if I don't damage it putting it in, that's a good sign. My technique is sufficient. This one isn't quite as fun because I can't spin it in the circle. I think I gotta do the outside one first on this one. No marks this time. Okay, so the technique is sound. I just can't tell the bottom. Oh, it needed to be in the right spot. See these detents? There's a recess for them right here. That was not in the right spot. Okay. Try again. That's it. Okay. Now we put this thing back in. I guess that's all there was to this one. Other than the bolts on the bottom, but I don't know what they do. That part wasn't in my book. So we're not gonna touch it right now. Till I learn otherwise. I'm pretty sure you can do this one with your fingers. Other than this snap ring's kind of a jerk. Yeah, I got it. Now we put the piston rings back on. Now when you put these on, they have a snap together, right? So you gotta like pull them out, push them together. I probably can't even show you adequately enough, but you do a thing, and it's obvious what you have to do, but that doesn't make it easier. I don't think there's an up and down to them, but results may vary, you know? Consult your book or guy or whatever. Little Torrington. Barry. This side? This side, I think. You think? Maybe? We'll find out the hard way later. Ta-da! Now, this is the part I've been waiting for. I'm hoping that this is where the problem is, so I've been really looking forward to doing this part. Separate the pump half, as it were. Oh, it's going to be bigger. Dang it. Alright, build another hole. Now, I was going to put the hole right next to the other hole, but that would weaken the table, so we're going to put it over here somewhere. Like right there. these will be a bit interesting with no impact, I bet. I think this is probably gonna be annoying. Yeah, I think it will be. That'll fix it. Ha! Much better. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't read the instructions for this part, which is probably not the best life choice this month, but I done dumber things. Now you'll have to let me know, the furnace is about to kick on. If it's too loud, let me know. But it is minus 30 outside, and I don't want to get cold, so whenever this flips, what part comes away from what? Also, we got 3 different bolt lengths. Alright, now something should pop away from something else. Yep, there we go. Ta-da! Whoa! Ooh. I don't think this is supposed to have a big old groove in it like that, but I think there's our smoking gun right there. This pump is cookulated. It ate something. I'm pretty sure this isn't supposed to look like that. I would say the problem is the pump. I don't think there's supposed to be a big gap there. What's really too bad is I think I know what causes it too. Story time. When we put this engine in, there was a plate that was supposed to be mounted to the back of the engine. It was like a 1/4 inch thick. We rammed it home without the plate because I forgot all about it. I said, boy, that is tight. Like the converter could barely spin. It was, you know, like you had to force it a little bit. It wasn't snugged up nice. So we shimmed it, we shimmed the transmission away from the engine, but it was still probably too tight. So I would guess what happened is the converter goes through here, right? And it was shoving on this gear until it started eating away at this surface right here. Until finally it wouldn't move no more because there was just too much clearance. Or something got stuck in there and it went round and round in circles, it's one of the two. Because it wasn't like it was just touching. You know, like it didn't have as much clearance as it should have, but it wasn't cooked either. So anyways, we're gonna be looking for a pump now. Well folks, we still have a valve body to sort of take apart and pull all the pistons and stuff, but the reality is I want to look through my shift kit, which is a new exciting thing that I got. That'll be in the next episode. We found our smoking gun, I think, is we cooked the pump. And that's all I really need to know, is that something's broke, and there's a reason, and we have an answer. So, I'm gonna source some parts, talk to some people, find some things. For now, I'm satisfied knowing we found the culprit, or at least what I believe is the culprit. We found a big thing that would prevent the transmission from going, which was the problem with it, is that it wasn't going. I'd like to take this apart with you guys, but I want to take my time when we do it, and I want to talk about the shift kit and do that stuff. So we're going to save that for a different day of transmissioning. And we'll see you in the next episode. I want to thank you guys for watching and subscribing and making it through, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. Did you get upset that I was gone? You did. I wasn't gone long. Why are you so upset? Hey, these are dogs. Alright, we are here. Garage album. That was very staticky. Where are you lay down? Lay down. Lay down. Okay, good boy. Hey. Alright. Front planetary assembly, eh?